always check your credit report. Make sure that you shred any junk mail that you get in the mail that has your name on it. I have to open up the envelopes because a lot of times the envelopes have my husband's name on it. Randall Smith, you've been qualified for a credit card or whatever. Opt out when you receive private statements. Don't ever carry your Social Security card with you. We keep ours in a safe at home. It's not a big safe, but it's a safe. And I don't carry more than 2 credit cards with me if I go anywhere. I always leave the others at home. I keep one that I use, and then I have one that I use for an emergency. And I always copy the contents front and back of my billfold once a year. I just put it on my calendar to do it every year. So that way, if my billfold gets stolen, I know exactly what was in there and who I need to call. We are recommending that not many people write checks anymore, but I do because checks will stand up in court. And digital swipes are still not approved in court yet because they can be altered. So if you're going to have checks or bill payments or anything, use a locked mailbox. I don't print my Social Security number or driver's license on anything unless I'm like right there and I'm in the doctor's office, and then I'll write it on there. Social Security earnings and benefit statements. They're just now starting to send out the Social Security benefit statements again. I believe that's coming out in June of this year. So you need to watch for those, and you need to examine your charges on your credit card. Never give your credit card number out over your cell phone. Nobody seems to know this, but it gets transmitted through the airwaves. My husband has a police band radio. He listens to people giving out their credit card numbers all the time over his radio, police band. Don't respond to phishing emails, y'all all know that. All right, so here's our recommendations. There's different types of monitoring plans out there, and there's also different types of plans where you can get reimbursed if you have your identity stolen. They offer fraud alerts and restoration plans, but you got to look at the different companies out there. A lot of the companies out there don't cover children, so that's something else that you need to look into. If you have young people, I have a 19-year-old, and that kid doesn't know diddly when it comes to checking account or debit card. He just knows how to swipe. Even though I've run him through this, and sometimes it's in and out with kids. Okay, so it takes about 60 seconds to have your identity stolen, and it takes about 600 hours to get it restored. We recommend credit analysis, credit monitoring, and identity restoration. There are different types of plans out there. You can get preventative law, estate planning, motor vehicles, some trial defense. IRS, there's legal protection. You can get it with preferred member discounts. You need to ask these questions and whether it's family coverage. Now, here's one of the things that we do in our family to protect ourselves. One thing, my billfold is an ID billfold, so that they can't, if they've got machines now where they can walk next to you and they can bump you and they can get your numbers and all your information off your cards. This is a shield. It stops them from doing that. Unfortunately, in the United States, the technology is not as it is in Europe. In Europe, they give you a card, and every time you swipe it, the number changes because there's a chip in the card. Okay, but it's very expensive to have that technology, and the United States has not been willing to do it yet. We will eventually get there. But in the interim, this is what we do. Okay, you have your credit card and you have your number. The first one tells whether it's a MasterCard or whatever bank it's for. The second set of numbers is like the allocation for the bank, all right? The last set is just a random number that is generated that is given to you, but the third set of numbers is actually your identity that the bank has put together, all right? So that's what verifies it as being your card. Now, when you go somewhere into, say, a restaurant and they swipe your card, you always get the receipt and it has the last 4 on it. Well, if they can't see these numbers right here, they can't recreate your card, okay? I always try to get a metallic sticker. They stay on better, and they're harder to see through. Also, if they take it and it comes back and you see that it's been scratched or whatever, or peeled or whatever, you know that somebody has tried to steal your credit card number. When you go into Walmart, one of the big scams, or any other store, grocery store or whatever, you hand them your card and they give you your card back. It looks just like your card, but do you ever look at your name on it? Most people don't. They just go, oh, that's my card, and they put it back in their billfold. Well, what they're doing is they have a whole set of cards that have Joe Blow's name on it, not yours. They're handing you back the same card, but it's not yours. They've stolen your card. So, this also is bright, so I see it, so I know it's mine. I don't have to stop and think and look at the card, look at my name or anything like that. Also, all these kids nowadays have video cameras on their phones. They walk up behind you, they take a picture. You know, you're standing there holding your card. They take a picture of your card. They run the phone back out to their parents out in a van. They recreate the card right there on the spot. It goes out to like 15 different people, and within a matter of 10 minutes, your card is locked. All the video surveillance cameras that are now installed everywhere. If you think they can't zoom in to see what your credit card number is or your driver's license number is or whatever, they can. I mean, it's just crazy technology. Yesterday on CNN, there was a mother and father that had a video monitor in their baby's room, and all of a sudden they heard someone screaming at their baby. Someone had hacked into the video monitor and was watching their baby and was screaming at their baby through the video monitor. So today's technology is so advanced that we have not stopped to think about how people are being watched and how we're being monitored. But these are things, proactive things that you can do for yourself, and they're so simple. So at this point in time, I want to know, does anybody have any questions?
Where'd you get the stickers?
These are nail stickers. 99 cents, Walmart. My husband and I use the Identity Shield through Prepaid Legal. It's like $20 a month, and it covers our kids. I have not looked in, when we first got it, LifeLock was not as good. Now, LifeLock may be as good now, I don't know. But there are other companies out there that you can look through, and for that amount of money to save me $600 hours, and time and misery, I'm happy to pay $120 a year to do what I need to do, or $240. It's just not worth my time, my energy, or anything else. It took me forever to get that $1,500 back. So I want to say thank you for your time, and thank you for coming. And if you have any more questions, I've got slicks here for you that's got my name and my phone number on it. You can take them. The things I've told you today, I'd really like you to share with the people that you love and update them and let them know so that they're not a victim. Okay, well, thank you for your time. Have a good day.